Hello, we are Pandexis. We're a pandemic forecasting tool for analysts to decide which countries' pandemics will affect the most based off various factors such as real airline and ship travel data, as well as different factors such as um, masks and distancing, travel restrictions, and other various factors. We run Monte Carlo simulations to kind of see where the pandemic will hit. So here's our UI. Here we see some various pandemics. Here we have some different sliders. Here is the origin of the virus. We have the countries that are affected and how many infections are expected. We have a forecast here based on the median of running multiple Monte Carlo simulations. So it can be adjusted here, and then we can also adjust the forecast horizon. We can select, for example, COVID-19 for a 90-day forecasting horizon to see which countries are going to be most affected, and then we'll run maybe like 500 simulations. And up here we can see it took around 7,000 milliseconds, which is around 7 seconds to run this simulation. And it's still going on right now. Okay, I think it's finalized at 8.5 seconds. It says India will be affected the most, followed by Japan, Indonesia, South Korea, and finally the US. And if you look up real COVID data, we see US, India, Brazil, Mexico, Russia, Peru, and I think we hit most of those countries. We can also get a Watson AI to explain what these numbers mean. So based on the gravity mobility model, our simulator predicts that India will have a median of 43,000 COVID cases after around 90 days. And some more stuff that you can read. We also have a nowcast feature where you can put in real data and then get more accurate predictions based off real developing pandemics. So we also have one more feature that we'd like to demo, which is you can type in any virus. So of course we pre-programmed it, but ideally Watson would do some research on finding some data sets on virus infections in order to put into our nowcast API and model which countries will be affected. For example, one that's going on right now is the hantavirus. So let's see. Alright, so the origin is South Korea, I'm guessing. And it says Japan will be the most affected, and there's not really many countries that will be affected because of its high mortality rate. So yeah, that's our video. Thank you so much. One more thing is that we have a paper written with more technical details. What separates our project is that we've incorporated multiple research papers into the creation of our project, including the formulation of the formulas for calculating infection and this visualization, which is the polar visualization, which shows which countries are most likely to be affected based on which country, based on air travel and ship travel. So thank you so much. That's our demo.